I think we should do those Bengals. We just saw them right now, and let's see a little primer. Ben Roethlisberger playing at home. I'm sure that's usually a formula that wins, but he's already down 10. Ben, like, what is that? Can I just say this, guys? The Steelers are bad. I hate to say that on Monday morning. They're not good right now. This was a really bad loss.
I'll ask you one.
Go on.
Would you rather have Ben than maybe any other quarter? Like right now, is Ben bottom third?
I don't think he's got much. He doesn't have much right now. There was a hard game to watch. They were never in it. They lost by 2 touchdowns at home to Joe Burrow and the Bengals. That's your Steelers. They got a lot of work to do.
But go Bengals.
Go Bengals Thursday night.
They'll play the Jaguars. Here's Matt Prater. Matt Prater on a 67-yarder. Cliff sends him out there. Short. All right, so we'll go to the halftime, right? Jackson DeVille, the mascot's like, wait, you can return this thing? You can. That's Jamal Agnew, former teammate of Golden Tate with the Detroit Lions, former San Diego Torero. Takes it all the way back. That is a legal play. That is a touchdown to end the half. Oh, my gosh, Kingsbury, that's going to be a long halftime
Don't lose this game, Cliff.
Do not lose it on a missed field goal return. 2nd and 6. A flea flicker, but not for a deep pass. A flea flicker for like a screen pass.
Oh.
That did not work. Byron Murphy, pick.
It would have been a flea flicker for a 10-yard game.
Like a flea flicker for 4 yards. What are we doing?
Is that worth the squeeze?
No, it's not. Cardinals still win by 12 despite that field goal catastrophe.
Thank God I'm alive in my survivor pool.
3
Oh, yeah.
and OJ is alive for one more week.
Should we do one more game? Let's just do it. We have an ex-Detroit Lion here. Already in the 4th quarter on a 4th and 19. Lamar going to lose at Detroit. Hold on a sec, my friends. Look at it. They convert.
Oh,
they convert.
Goodness.
Sammy Watkins, and that's when Lions fans knew it was over. This could have been a 600-yard field goal. Justin Tucker said, I was coming up short from 65 in warm-up, so I knew I was going to have to give it something extra. This is just one of the craziest plays you'll ever see. But first, play clock. 2, 1, 0, 0, 0. Detroit, we feel you. Golden, should they have called that?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Dan Campbell says the same. Says an apology from the league means nothing. That's what he said yesterday. All right, but they still have to make a 66-yarder, the longest in NFL history. Track this thing. You're going to see it drop. It hits the crossbar and good. It hits the crossbar and the net. What do you think?
You can't make this up. I mean, I saw 3 field goals where they hit the bars. 2 of them did not go in. But for some reason in Detroit, this one goes in. I mean, some reason. Can't make it up.
This is going to be a beautiful 3 days with you, Golden. We got all kinds of Detroit questions. Meanwhile, it was all coming up Baltimore. They win 19-17. There's the longest field goals in history. We got Prater, Jason Elam back in the 90s, Seabass. Yeah, Tom Dempsey, the GOAT from 63 yards in 1970. But let's hear from Justin Tucker. Justin, 66 yards. Did you get nervous before these kicks?
I get more nervous after the fact, thinking about, man, like, what if that didn't go the way we wanted it to go? So, I mean, yeah, I just kicked it, tried to get a good picture of, you know, as soon as it left my foot, I knew it was going to have a chance, but I was short from 65 in pregame both ways. For whatever reason, I just couldn't, you know, I just like couldn't get the ball to just go. And thankfully we found we found an extra 1.5 yards that I didn't have 3 hours before, and I'm grateful for that.
Justin Tucker's brought us some incredible moments over the years. This week was full of crazy. Get on your couch, take a shot of espresso moment. So here's what we do, Golden. We each share the one moment that was insane that we just want to show. And if you missed it, you got to wake you up for week 3 on a Monday morning. Peter, who do you got?
There's always plays that have greater significance. Last year, when the Chargers were coached by Anthony Lynn, they played the Chiefs in a week 2 game, and it was a 4th and 1 late in the game. And Anthony Lynn decided, okay, let's not go for it, and let's put some points on the board. And Mahomes came right down the field and beat them in heartbreaking fashion. Yesterday, it's a 4th and 5, and there's a field goal attempt. There's a false start on Rashawn Slater. It goes to 4th and 9. It would have been very easy in a tie game for Brandon Staley to say, let's punt the ball away, let's take a long field goal. Brandon Staley sends out Justin Herbert and says, let's go for it. In Kansas City, on the road. My espresso moment is an incomplete pass that had a flag because it was so symbolic. So symbolic of what these Chargers are going to be. Okay, you said it last segment, exercising demons.
Yes.
This was exercising a demon of not letting Mahomes break our heart in the end. We're going to go for it. We're going to have our quarterback try to make a play. The fact that Brandon Staley on 4th and 9 in Chargers territory, Or in Chiefs territory says, no punt team, no field goal team. I know we just had a false start. I'm going for it. That tells you everything you need to know about what this Chargers team is going to be about. And I love that Brandon Staley did it. Got me off the chair. Let's go.
Oh, man. They did it. Let's do it.
I don't know how much coffee it takes to get you. An espresso shot might not be enough. Do you know who needed some coffee yesterday, Shregs?
Who needed it?
The Cardinals did.
Yes, they did.
At certain points of this game, I'm like, you want us to take you seriously in the NFC West? Let's go. You're up against Jacksonville. Get some espresso. And then they did just that. This was a really fun watch. They were down in Jacksonville, seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trevor Lawrence rolls out. He tosses it to the sideline. It comes in. Let's take a look here. Here's Trevor, the rookie, trying to make his thing. Byron Murphy, out of nowhere, picks it up, and he takes it all the way in for the score. This is what put Arizona back in the lead. They needed this. They needed this shot of coffee. This woke them up and let them, I'm going to say, escape Jacksonville with the win, keeping their status, I think, as an NFC contender intact, and it sets up a ginormous coffee-filled Week 4 matchup against the Rams, which I'm so excited about, Kyle.
3-0 versus 3-0.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And you guys really had me in my feelings about that Survivor pick on the road. And I was like, I don't want to lose this.
People don't gamble.
Peter, how dare you? You know where you are? We do a Survivor pool every single week, and Kay picked the Cardinals on the road.
You both went, oh.
Yeah.
You both clutched your pearls.
Road teams is tough.
What's going on?
So you did need that. But the reason you needed that place so much as well goes to my backstory. I used to live in South Orange County, and while everyone else in LA was going to USC games, UCLA games, my wife and I used to drive down the 5 freeway and go to University of San Diego games at Torero Stadium.
Okay.
And I remember I went one year, I think it was 2016, and I remember being like, who the hell is number 26 playing for USD? He was a corner, and he was a kick returner. And yesterday, he had a 109-yard play against the Arizona. Let's just roll this thing. I saw this guy play in college. This is the USD program. Their head coach used to be Jim Harbaugh back in the day. They've had some good pros here and there. But Agnew was a corner and returner. I saw him before he came out. And here he comes out from 9 yards deep. Gold, I know we're going to talk about this, but there is a 109-yard club. You guys remember Devin Hester against the Giants? I think Nathan Vasher might have flirted with it once in that orange jersey.
Nathan Vasher.
Yeah, from the Bears back in the day. We watched this play in stages. First, you're like, oh, this is interesting. They're going to try a really long field goal. Oh, they got a guy back there. Oh, he caught it. Oh, he's going to run it out. Oh, my God. And then, of course, Gus Johnson was on the call, and we'll play it later in the show. Jamal Agnew has done this several times. This is not the first time. He did it last week. He did it in Detroit when you were with him. He is a game breaker. He's going to be on a bad team this year. I get it, but respect him. I think he was a 5th-round pick, 2017. I know you were there, Golden. Tell us about Jamal Agnew in a 109-yard play.
I mean, the kid is special.
Yeah?
He can fly, and he's quick. And to combine those things, it's fun to watch. I mean, I never would try to race him. But yeah, but it was impressive. I mean, you got to figure someone's going to tackle him, but then they just don't. And this reminds me of a story. So on Saturdays is when we all do the one-timers, like, you know, that type of play where it's rarely going to happen, if ever. Like, I've, you know, haven't been part of a game where it's happened, or, you know, last 4 plays. And I know on Saturdays I'm like, all right, it's time for my nap. Oh, because I'm going to be at the hotel until 8 o'clock. Come on, let's wrap it up. I'm tired. But after seeing that, it woke me up. I was like, it actually happened. It happened. And so that was my espresso moment. And wow, I mean, you practice that once every night, you know, on a Saturday, and it pops up, and 109 yards later, and a touchdown.
Did you say it's never happened to you? Those moments, and all of the Saturdays that you've spent in those, that's wild.
Yeah, you mean all those dumb lateral plays and stuff? You work on that on Saturdays? Like, that's,
yes, it's in slow motion, and you're kind of like with your bucket hat on, like kind of messing around. Like,
I wonder they never work.
And then there it goes.
That's amazing. Jamal Agnew, have a day.
And that will be on the long show.
No doubt. That'll be the longest one ever.
Golden Tate will be juggling something.
Does he get that one?
I think.
Okay, good. I don't want it.
It's a long play, 109 yards for Agnew. Just one of the moments you may have missed while watching football yesterday. We'll bring them all to you with highlights.